Assalamualaikum. My product name is Innovative Local Design and Production of Microcontrollers for Industry Applications. I am Dr. Zulfakar bin Aspar from Faculty of Engineering, School of Electrical Engineering, and VCAT Research Group. Our potential customer is Alps Electric Malaysia Sendirian Berhad. There are also 27 other local remote control manufacturers. We also have the list of top 10 international remote control manufacturers. And based on our experience with Alps Electric, we should focus our work on Japanese companies. What is the important customer needs? Customer needs local source, which currently none, cheaper solution than imported products. Customer also need a stable local supply as shown during COVID-19 MCO, so that it's easier for them to plan the current and future production. Local producer will also ensure future enhancement and modification can be done easier. Customer value proposition. We want to reduce the price by 30 to 50% depending on the volume. We want supply security, especially during MCO. It's a day and nightmare. Customer want this as soon as possible. Why now? Actually, they have started this almost 20 years ago. Semiconductor device bottleneck is really today very bad until 2024 as forecasted by Intel. To quantify our value, customer benefit per cost is price reduction. For example, from 16 ringgit 40 cent to become 8 ringgit 20 cent. We want to equalize the value or price equation, but as you can see, cost reduction, fast performance per price reduction is almost the same. But if we go for volume, based on the volume, the price reduction can be increased. This quantification of the CVP is based on cost efficiency, or 50% cost reduction, faster, local has no overseas transportation delay, better as long as can produce equivalent instruction set. Key features and capabilities. Our lowest end is a 4-bit microcontroller with 256 memory location, less than 20 instructions, small, very powerful, and very low power and very cheap. Future enhancements are available in 8 bits, 16 bits, and specific processor known as PLC processor. This is specialized for automation, control, and robotics. How does this address the customer need? Local supply means no interruption from global MCO or transportation, since Malaysia have complete ecosystem in IC design, fabrication, and packaging. A critical and cheaper component than important component, and also supply stability and speed. Product invention status. How developed is our product? A prototype was demonstrated almost 20 years ago on PCB design for a remote controller using field programmable gate array. Fund is needed to convert the FPGA design into the application specific integrated circuit or ASIC design. Market analysis. Malaysia is number 2 largest exporter of IC design semiconductor devices. 112 billion ringgit Malaysia is huge. We haven't done official market research because there is no budget, but the actual market size is based on our experience with Alps Electric Sdn Bhd. For this specific 4-bit, we targeting 2 million units per month at 8 ringgit 40 cent. And if we calculate for 16,000, 8 million per month with target profit of 10% or 1.68 million per month. Geography target to initially serve Malaysia, next Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia and Vietnam, and other countries. Our market trend is stable, but manufacturers are looking for more stable and cheaper solution from local supplier. The growth of the application in automation, control, and robotics. There are also demand from overseas market for similar product, yet they require more features, design time, manufacturing complexity, and bigger investment. What is the competition today? The alternative, the well-known companies like Renaissance, Microchip, Atmel, Motorola, and some of the low-end microcontrollers. Similar products become less profitable due to rising costs of manpower. Competitors have to move to higher value-added products to be profitable. Market approach, as you can see, penetration of existing market can be done with lower manpower costs. Later and higher version of microcontrollers can penetrate new markets. Customers have to buy for supply stability and price competitiveness. As you can see from our internet search, 27 local manufacturers, top 10 worldwide, and Japanese manufacturers are here. we want to re-engage all networks such as Alps Electric and develop we have developed matrix analysis in the next slide. As we can see, the biggest in the world nowadays is Microchip. Motorola can still survive because they have some product related for automotive, but Renaissance already bankrupt. So this, as you can see, are our advantages. Sustainable competitive advantage. The product shelf life is more than 20 years. We can protect and growth by continuous price reduction. We have niche strategy by focusing on the software, better product architecture in pipeline. We can differentiate by maintaining, for example, LLD and basic languages and minimize training time. We also develop a new graphical compiler, will make it easier to develop application. For IP protection, we already have one patent in IC design worth more than 100 million, but it is a waste of money if no budget for commercialization. Yeah, like in Intel, any patent approval, the engineer will be automatically awarded with millions of ringgit Malaysia to do commercialization. In brief, available patent is known as ladder run processor for high-speed programmable logic controller in 2009. The patent strength is, if you use normal CPU, is a variable processing speed for PLC, but in our processor is a fixed rate and 125 times faster than available for automation, control and robotics. Technology plan, we have a very long technology development plan. It can either be developed based on 4-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit PLC processor we have already, and also for very advanced multi-core SoC processor. And if we have the fund, we already targeted the years they can be released into the market. For management plan, for the time being is me and my master student, Nurul Huda binti Abdul Rahman. She worked in Siemens Malaysia's Sdn Bhd before in power generation, cater for Asia Pacific. Advisor, we have formerly Ali Zaitun and Co, but he already deceased. The key holes we need to fill are IC fabrication experience, analog mixed signal specialist, and international business relationship. The team activities and motivation to commercialize, because when I was in Mimo Semiconductor in 2000 to 2001, I found Wise Aviation in 2009. I got MDEC pre-seed fund for 150,000 to develop intelligent aircraft parking schedule for large airport. I served many multinational and GLC to provide custom solution from 2000 until to 2012. I supply skilled manpower to Lotte Chemical Titan, and I still maintain to industry partner relationships, very important. How does the business get money? Is by direct sell to users and manufacturers. IC design related services, FPGA, ASIC, IC design training, and specialized short course on IC design semiconductor for businesses. Value added by building related software such as high-level compiler, SIPN, LLD, etc. Value added application products such as PLC, robot assistant, Trifila, etc. Produce product or service to sell through partners such as Siltera. This is our financial plan for the next 4 years. If we can commercialize, we can be profitable on the 3rd year. And for the current funding, we are looking, we are self-funding. We have spent almost 120,000 manpower equivalent and equipment. For the funding requirement, we require 50,000 as detailed in slide number 14. Funding will be used to do design conversion from FPGA to ASIC design layout, optimized to reduce cost, fabrication, packaging, test application development. We need 12 months needed to achieve this result, as in normal practice in IC design, actually it takes 18 to 24 months. Okay, it will be a record if we can achieve this in 12 months. Further funding required, we need 4 rounds to funding for fast growth, 500,000, 2 million, 4 million, and 10 million, and finally public listed. Verbally, Mosti already asked us to apply for AIF fund for 500,000. We want to do the commercialization activity. For the 3rd and 4th year, there was one venture capital interested in our work. This is the fund of 50,000 to be used for. I want to hire one RARO full-time for 1 year, and we want to focus on commercialization preparation. The risk as we can see, the technology development depends on manpower, because in this industry the entry level is very high, 4,500 per month. But if we can entice them into our master program, it will be an advantage. In competition, we have proven design, customer acceptance. They can buy off our ASIC sample even though we have shown them on the FPGA. We don't need certification requirement. Even though Malaysia have only 2 foundries, we can use overseas foundry if needed. Why invest in me? I spent huge effort to get CIP 50,000 for Mr. Ahmad Buhari, the founder of Aspar Berhad. I used the related technology to do VMS Putrajaya, Perbadanan Putrajaya project in 2007 until 2009. It's IoT related, although IoT hasn't exist at that time. I was also recipient of MDEC Pre-Seed Fund for 150,000 in 2008. Based on the fund, they also asked me to attend short courses on business, leadership, financial, sales, and marketing. I completed the software that I asked the money for. Then in 2009, I further study, so I slowed down the industry project. But somehow in 2010, one company still asked me to do their work for 30 days for 30,000, which I cannot refuse. But when the PO came in, it was only 40 days left. Further list of my work for the industry is listed in my website. The summary, the important to customer is, for existing remote control manufacturer, we want to also address for system integrators. Okay, the solution is better than competition in terms of price, local supply stability, and local fast response time. And action forward for us is, once we get the PDF grants, we want to prepare for MOSTI grant, Traju, and TDC for the next 2 years, and then we want to find partners in venture capital for 3rd and 4th years. We also want to do continuous technology innovation, especially PLC processor and application for high value added, and we want to do research on multi-core SoC processor and analog mixed signal innovation. Our team is open for further discussion. Thank you for your time.